Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonated fig leaf.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pants. Your soul is mine.
Your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Why so serious? Riddle me this.
Haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? From eating all of this stuff.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Your soul is mine.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine. Riddle me this. Why so serious? Always winterize your pants.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Why so serious? Hadouken!
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
By your powers combined.
Riddle me this.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pants. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
Hadouken!
Yomigare! Nebula-chan!
Why so serious?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Find it applied. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
Riddle me this. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined,
Hadouken! Yoga flame. Why so serious?
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
俺はスーパーベジータ。
Riddle me this. SoulProviderZ.
Find it applied. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Why so serious?
By your powers combined,
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pipes.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 29 of Otaku Jump Podcast. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Yo, I think I got Omega. I got echo. You gotta mute up, I think. Or I think I'm good now. All right, so you can follow us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Stitcher, and Anchor. Google Podcast. Damn, Omega, you got a big cough, Omega. You got and Amazon Music. Shout out to Eisen. Oh, Cannon, what's up? Cannon, what's going on? Diego says good bass, good guitar, blah blah blah. Diego, shout out to Diego. Racer, what's going on? Dorian. I hope Dorian. I hope you're staying out of trouble. If you missed the last episode, you can watch the playback, like I said, on Spotify, and those other formats will be in the description. Also, join the Discord server for updates on gameplays, watch parties, all that other stuff in the Discord server, and to stay up to date. Also, you can follow me on TikTok. I have a TikTok now. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I have a TikTok now, so you can follow me on TikTok. I post a lot of my shorts on there as well as on YouTube, so check out the shorts, man. Because that's what YouTube and TikTok want us to do now, apparently. So shout out to the crew. What's going on, Omega? Man, you're good. Your audio, you good, Omega? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I just went on mute, but we'll see right now. Okay, can you hear anything?
Yeah, you're good now.
Am I coming in through? Okay, can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's weird. Like I gotta look at my settings. I have that hyper quadcast, and I tap the mute, but then I tap it to mute up. So I don't know. Weird. Okay. So yeah. Welcome everybody to Taku Jump. Just glad to be here. You know, just want to give a shout out to Black History Month. That's awesome. Any of the people that enjoy our show, and even our haters, we're here.
All right. What's going on, Trunks? What's up? Trunks,
Yo, what's good, everyone?
All right.
Yo, I'm here. I'm alive. Yeah, it's good, everyone. Glad to be back once again. Yeah, let's get this episode underway.
All right, Lawrence, what's up?
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
Soul, check chat. That's it.
Oh, check the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Lawrence.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
Shalom. I don't know why, but I can hear everybody but Omega.
You hear him now?
I'm gonna say something.
No,
you hear me now? How about now? Okay.
He sounds fine to
Do
me.
you hear me? Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear everybody but him. He's the only person I can't hear.
That's weird, man.
That's strange.
He sounds fine on me, my side.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. Because I heard his feedback at first, and then after that, nothing. Like I said, I can hear you and Trunks perfectly fine. I see him, but I just can't hear him.
Man, that's weird.
What I could do is what I'll do is just leave out and come back.
Okay, yeah.
See if that does anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Why is he talking to me?
Yeah, he's talking right now. Yeah, he said.
See,
Yeah, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back and see if that helps anything.
Did you hear him, Trunks?
Oh, I did not.
Oh, really? You too, Trunks? You didn't hear Omega?
No.
Wow, this whole time he was here, you didn't hear?
Omega?
Yeah, you didn't hear him? Okay, how about now? Can you hear him now?
No, there he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him now. Yeah, I can hear him now.
That is so weird.
Like when the intro was playing, I can hear it through the feedback on, because he had his mic was hot, so I could hear the feedback of it playing. But after you told him about feedback, after that he was just gone. I couldn't hear anything.
Huh? Discord, man.
Yeah, that's strange because right now I'm tapping the quadcast to actually go on mute, but you guys can still hear me. But if I go ahead and let's see, okay, now can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay. I can hear you.
How about now?
Still hear you.
Yes, sir.
This is strange, but show must go on. I'll just mute up through the on the screen through the Discord.
All right, no problem. All right, so let's cover the poll. So we had last week, what is the most anticipated TV show? 57 votes. The winner was Secret Invasion with 49%, almost getting to the 50 mark. We had Star Wars Picard Season 3 with 7%. That's I added that because of Lawrence. We had Agatha Coven of Chaos 9%. Mandalorian.
I'm sorry. Added what? Added what because of me?
The Star Trek Season 3 show for most anticipated TV show for this year. I know you're a Star Trek fan, so I had to add
you.
Yeah.
No. None of that is Star Trek.
Okay. So next up we had 26% Mandalorian Season 3, and then last place was Ahsoka 9%. So yeah, Secret Invasion. I guess people are excited for Secret Invasion the most. I think actually Agatha might be good. I mean, I thought it might be good. I don't know if it's gonna be better than Secret Invasion, but we will have to see with the Phase 5 of the MCU. Any thoughts on that? Lawrence, you can go ahead and start us. What do you think about that poll? What's your what? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say again, you including Star Trek is appreciated, but that's not Star Trek. Because I'm assuming you said third season, so I'm assuming you're talking about Picard.
Yeah, Picard. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from a nostalgia perspective, because the original crew's coming back together.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not enough for me. I can't watch it.
Okay.
You know how it gets so bad where you just cut yourself off. You just don't trust them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as it goes for Secret Invasion, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I got the comics. I read it. It's too big to be a TV show. It really is.
Oh.
I don't know how they're gonna pull that off.
Wait, so
because
is maybe potentially a season 2 or 3? You think that would be enough to cover it, or just no?
Well, see, the thing about it is that they're gonna have to change a lot of the story because Secret Invasion is actually like the second or third part of a trilogy that started with Civil War.
Oh crap!
Yeah, so they're gonna have to. Yeah, and you already saw what they did with Civil War and Captain America.
Right.
They changed that. They changed that considerably. So the Civil War, because it was like Civil War, it led into Dark Reign. And then after that, the final part of that trilogy was Secret Invasion. So, I mean, that's like I said, it's a big story, and it ran over like 3 years in the comics, almost 4 years worth of stories. And they're gonna put that in a TV show, and again, it's a space epic to some degree because it's them fighting the Skrulls. So how do you condense that to like a TV show? I mean, it needs to be kind of like sprawling the way the Guardians of the Galaxy was. You know what I mean? It's a space opera for all intents and purposes.
Racer was asking, is the Star Trek Picard still ongoing? I mean, based on my research,
this is the last. This is the last one.
Okay, this is the final season. Okay.
Yeah, season 3 is the final season, and they bring in back the original crew from the TV show. But yeah, this is the final one. No, Patrick Stewart's getting up there, man. Well, I mean, he was up there when it started, so.
That's true. OG. Go ahead, Trunks. What do you think about the most anticipated show on the poll? And then if there's something I didn't mention, you can go ahead and mention it if you're excited for any shows this year.
Right. I'm still trying to find the poll.
Oh, it's from 8 days ago. It's like right under the current one. Most anticipated TV show.
Did I just scroll right past it?
It's the one with 57 votes.
Oh, that I see it. I don't know any of these shows.
Okay, then give me a show you think for this year you might be excited for.
I think my dad watches that. No. Let's see. Most anticipated. That's not an anime.
Nah. We're just talking about TV shows on this one.
Dude, damn it, that's like a good question. I don't know. I don't really watch shows with real people.
Well, I mean, wait, Cobra Kai I think is getting a new season, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Yeah, then Cobra Kai.
Think so.
But it's also the final season too, from what I read yesterday.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, final season Cobra Kai then for Trunks. I guess that's what you would pick, right? I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I thought so.
The option.
You're a Cobra Kai fanboy. Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, Mega, what do you think about most anticipated TV shows?
Yeah, so most anticipated shows, definitely gonna go with Mandalorian.
Okay, yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, that's all I got. Like Mandalorian, that's all I hear people kind of talking about, even at my workplace. So yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Weather. What's going on? He said Patrick Stewart was old in the 80s. He was like 60 something in Excalibur, and that movie came out in 1981. Okay, Weather knows his movies.
No, he wasn't.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Oh, that's not right?
Excalibur?
Yeah, he said he was 60 something in Excalibur.
No, Excalibur was before. Wasn't that before Star Trek: The Next Generation?
I don't remember, man.
Excalibur was like 1980. Star Trek: The Next Generation was like 1987.
Okay. Weather, what do you think? Oh, so, Weather, you could go ahead and reply back if you're in the chat. Okay. Next poll. So we got, this is anime. Trunks, don't worry, I got you covered. So this one is the most anticipated anime of this year, total with 88 votes. So shout out to everyone voting and getting involved on that. So you can still vote. Oh, he was joking. Whether was joking, Lawrence. But yeah, 88 votes. So we got Mushoku Tensei Season 2, 19%. Jujutsu Kaisen Second Season, 23%. The final season, Part 3, final season of Attack on Titan, 20%. One Punch Man Season 3 winning by 26%. And this was actually a tough one. Then we had Demon Slayer Season 3, 11%. So funny, I actually had here Villain Saga Season 2, but I was like, no, let me take that out and put Tensei Season 2 on there, and I think that was a good choice. I don't know if people would have voted for Villain Saga because it seems like people are not really enjoying it compared to Season 1, but I think it's still pretty good. Trunks, go ahead. What do you think? What do you think about the best, most anticipated anime of this year?
Right, the most anticipated anime of this year. I gave it to Jujutsu Kaisen Second Season because people are still talking about it. The first season released over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something like that, and people are still talking about it. Still waiting for the second season. I was caught between that and Attack on Titan, the final season, Part 3. So it was between those. But One Punch Man and Demon Slayer are also like really good.
Yeah. I did this. I did it on purpose, man. I had to put the heat on there. I'm not gonna put some weak crap on there, and then everyone vote for the obvious. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that poll because I didn't know what to choose. I wanted to choose more than one, but I couldn't.
I think that's why there's so many votes. Like it's tough, and like a lot of the you only got One Punch Man's only winning by 3% from Jujutsu Kaisen, so it's not even really dominating the poll like that. But yeah, good choices there. What do you think, Omega, on the anime for this year? I mean, there's a lot. I mean, what do you think for most anticipated?
Definitely gonna have to go with Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer. I'm kind of torn between Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man.
Mm-hmm.
Both phenomenal animes, but if I had to pick, it would definitely be Demon Slayer.
Well, we're probably not getting. I mean, we're probably not getting a Chainsaw Man until maybe next year or 2025, probably though.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. Technically, we could get that in winter.
I don't know. They're on fire because they might do a winter thing. So
yeah, that's true. We might get that in the winter. You never know with or really, it might be like a Course 2 Season 1 type deal. It may not even be. So that's true. We still might get that this year. Lawrence, anything? What do you think? Anime most anticipated? I'm still gonna ask you. I'm still gonna get you included.
Well, I mean, overall, for what people are looking for, I don't see people getting excited over live action stuff that's coming. I really don't. As a matter of fact, we'll be getting into that a little bit more when we start going into movies and you see people's reactions to announcements.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now people seem to be more interested in anime. Sure. I mean that seems to be the big thing. Live action has been letting us down big time. So who cares?
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just I'm being honest about it. The Mandalorian doesn't get the excitement it used to. We've seen what Marvel has done on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. We've seen everything with DC and stuff. HBO, it's I don't see it personally.
I feel you on that. So starting off the headlines, we have DC's Doom Patrol and Titans canceled at HBO Max. HBO Max confirmed that it's live action. We're just talking about this. Alley to live action. DC shows Titans and Doom are both set to come to an end with their current seasons. It says, according to the Hollywood Reporter, both these shows are slated to come to an end with their 4 seasons. The outlet sources claim the Doom and Titans producers saw that the writing on their wall amid all the changes currently taking place at DC. They made a point to ensure that both Doom Patrol Season 4 and Titan Season 4 ended on a conclusive note. So the thing about these shows was that, honestly, I'm not saying these are the best DC shows, but I think Titans was somewhat watchable compared to the CW. I think my experience with these shows weren't that bad compared to CW, so I give it that. But I guess that may not be saying much compared to the quality of what the CW was. I think there's couple little cool gems in the Titan show, and a couple maybe, I don't know about the Doom Patrol comic book wise, but for Titans I did enjoy a couple things. But I don't know. I mean, I guess that's kind of my thoughts. But this was kind of a big headline that we had, and we're gonna talk about more DC stuff. Some more bad news potentially. But Lawrence, what do you think about? Let me go to Lawrence first. What are your thoughts, man?
Doom Patrol was really good.
Okay, boom. Okay.
I mean, Doom Patrol was really, really good. And the sad part is that's not really saying much considering what it's up against all around.
Mm-hmm.
But in all fairness, it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. I can't take that away. Titans was okay, not bad, but it was just okay. It was a middle of a road kind of thing. But this only goes back to what I was saying a few minutes ago concerning what people are anticipating. The shows that are working, they always cancel, and then they turn around and give us stuff the stuff that we don't want or don't like, they turn around and give us that nonsense. And that's why I was saying there was nothing to look forward to, because I knew about this. That's why I said we'll be getting into it, as we go on further and further, both TV and movies. But it's what they do. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's excited about anything, because the few things that do work, you immediately take away.
Yeah, and
remember what I said that one show about the Green Lantern movie, right? You want to promote diversity, but you take away the money from the only diversity character in the film. I mean, seriously, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they tell us everything we need to know.
Yeah, and like you said, like, okay, I was waiting for your response. So yeah, these shows are like what was really saving DC for shows. Like, let's just look at what we had, right? Everything on CW was pretty much whack. We had I think we're still getting that Gotham Knights TV show, which no one asked for, right?
It's hard. I've seen clips.
It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. So now you cancel what actually works, and then we had Lex Luthor in Titans from the Bosch actor. I'm like, yo, he's perfect. I love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was great to have, and I'm actually shocked that guy actually took the deal to be on a hero-related show. First of all, I'm like, yo, this is actually a good cast right there for that role, and then now it's gone.
Right, but you gotta, and I think Trunks and Omega will agree on this. You gotta look at it. It's actually a system now. They create the show. The first season, they kind of like give us what we want, maybe not 100%, but enough to reel us in. Then as they go through it, they'll do stuff that'll piss us off intentionally, because I've heard executives and editors say that they do it intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Then they turn around and try to bring us back with nostalgia, i.e. Star Trek Picard Season 3. Knowing full well that they're going to turn around and cancel it because they know it can't sustain itself. I mean, when was the last time we saw a TV show go past 3 seasons? I mean, all of us grew. It didn't make a difference if it was sci-fi, comedy, drama. We all grew up with shows lasting 5 seasons or more, easy.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard right now.
But that's my point. Cobra Kai is all it is. Plus, to be fair, is it really? Because the way they do TV seasons now, it's only 13 episodes. You grew up on 22 episodes. I grew up on 24 to 26 episodes a season.
That's true.
So are we really getting full seasons, or are we just getting half seasons, making it look like it's multiple seasons? Because if every season is 13 episodes now, that means 2 seasons is technically 1 season based on how it used to be.
Yeah, because each episode's an hour now too. So you're basically, I mean, one episode's technically 2 episodes.
But that doesn't matter. NYPD Blue was an hour. Hill Street Blues was an hour. That doesn't mean anything.
I forgot that. I forgot.
That doesn't. An hour show doesn't mean anything. L.A. Law, ER. I mean, there were hour shows all the time.
Oh, okay. Dexter, right? Dexter was an hour, I think.
Yeah, Dexter.
Like 8, 9 seasons. It's insane.
Yeah.
So I think there was an article about people wanting the cyborg actor to be in the DC movies, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that, so I have no idea.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. He's a good actor. He doesn't want to be associated with what's coming. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. But they were saying they like him or something, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what his feature is, and we don't really know what the Cyborg's feature is in this new DC. But go ahead, Omega. Sorry. Go ahead, Omega. Let's hear your thoughts. Omega, you there? Looks like you're trying to unmute. Okay, yeah, you're there. You there? Oh, I can't hear you now, Omega.
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Okay, you guys probably can hear me now,
okay,
right?
Yeah, you're good.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, cool. I think I figured out the settings. I went and checked it out within voice settings.
Okay.
For some reason, it wasn't on my mic. It was just on the feed. So I think we're all good. But let's get back to the story. So yeah, I have to definitely agree with Lawrence, and he was right on the money that we would agree. They're giving us stuff we don't like, and then it's just like they pulling away from it. You know, like, oh, okay, this is terrible. Let's go ahead and, you know, the whole, like, it's it's like trial and error to see if they can actually put out a really good, decent superhero team show, basically. I mean, the actors, some of the actors that they are getting are very good, but it's just the plot and the story, I guess, that they're kind of messing up. So, yeah.
Trunks, any thoughts?
But
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, Lawrence was right on the money about that. Like, totally agree with him on it.
Go ahead, Trunks.
I don't really have any thoughts on this one. I wasn't gonna check it out in the first place, to be honest, but that's just me.
Oh, okay, no problem. You haven't tapped into DC yet, have you?
I haven't tapped into DC all that much. I don't know. I do like Batman, but that's about it.
I feel you.
And wait. No, I like watching the Batman and Superman movies, and that's about it.
Okay.
Actually, Superman not anymore because no Henry Cavill, so that's a wrap for me.
Oh man, yeah, we covered.
Yeah,
that.
and if I could say something real quick, and this is for all of us, the panel, in the chat, whoever's listening in the clouds. And I think we might have touched base on this, but I just wanted to be absolutely said as a concrete sentence. There is something inherently wrong when, as nerds, you announce to us a whole bunch of movies and TV shows around what we love, and none of us are excited.
Yeah.
There is something wrong with that picture.
Yeah, I gotta agree. That's very disturbing.
That cut deep.
That's Gotham Knights for you. That's the Gotham Knights show for you. No one cares.
Oh, the Gotham Knights, yeah.
Yeah, but, okay, there's like a really good article that I put, and it relates directly to that.
Is that the Netflix one? The AI one?
No. It's the other one.
The K-pop?
It's like, I think it might be the last one I sent.
Okay.
I think so. But yeah, I don't know. That just kind of ties right into that statement.
Yeah, like I said, man, it's insane. Because like I said, this is not about just what we love. This is about what we do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I try to be funny, but we live and breathe this stuff, man.
Yeah, this is like
and then you give us like a list of 10 movies and 22 TV shows and yada yada, and all of us are sitting here like, something is wrong with that picture. That's horrid.
Yeah, but my main question is, who's this supposed to appease to anyway? Like who's gonna want to watch it?
Everybody who doesn't
no idea. Casuals, maybe.
It's always the people who don't spend money on it.
Ah, there you go. All right.
Seriously, because they cater to a demographic that's less than 5%, and in addition to that, that's the demographic who don't spend money on it anyway.
Yeah, they have no investment.
Yeah, either they expect it to be free, or they just make noise because they want to be heard, even though they have no interest in the subject matter whatsoever. So that's why. Okay, for me, I never thought I would live to see a day when a comic sold less than 100,000. I never thought I'd see that. Huh?
But here we are. Like it seems like
Yeah.
the industry is just like destroying itself. It just self-sabotage at this point.
Yeah, and I think that, and like I said, I believe, and a lot of other people believe it's done intentionally.
But why? I won't get the business model behind it. Like I still fail to understand.
Well, from the publishing perspective, I understand it, because at the end of the day, all the like take comics for instance, all the companies that own them are not publishing companies. They're entertainment companies. They're media companies. So all they care about is the IP and putting it on film, celluloid, et cetera, and so on. They don't care about the actual physical publishing of the books because they're not publishers. So as far as they're concerned, it's just they don't look at it as publishing. They look at it as marketing. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because for them, comics are not a business. Comics are just a marketing tool. For us, it's always been a business because we like I said, we live and breathe it. We pay for it. I mean, look, you're sitting here talking to a dude who's like, I mean, back in my heyday, man, I would pop like $600-700 a month just on comics, statues, toys, videos, the whole 9 yards. I can't tell you the last time I spent $1.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Weather, sorry about that. I don't know why Stream Element timed you out. Sorry about that. I don't know why they timed you out. You didn't do anything. Maybe I think Stream Elements might think you're spamming. I don't know, but I'm just gonna mod you so it doesn't happen. There you go. You're protected. Weather. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Trunks.
It took out. I'm sorry, Trunks. Real quick, because Soul. It took out everything he put in there from the very beginning.
Yeah, I added him as a mod. I'll fix it after.
Yeah. Because I went up the entire chat stream. Everything he ever wrote since he got here has been removed.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Trunks. I wanted to make sure that person didn't get messed up.
Yeah, go ahead, Trunks. Oh yeah, go ahead. Get this next article about Netflix and the AI anime.
Right. Okay. Wait, is it possible that we could instead do like the last one I sent first? Because that's literally
this one?
Literally
the K-pop.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
K-pop anime and ignorance. Yeah, that one right there. Like all the points that were just made are like tied right into this article. So that's why I wanted to cover this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Right, so this is a little bit different than what we normally talk about, but this is basically how from like when we were kids, having like our nerdy interests like at heart, we had that, but then we would sometimes like conceal it around others. I mean, I was like fucking like autistic, so I wouldn't. But regardless, everyone else would, right? Like they didn't want to openly express the fact that they liked watching Japanese cartoons in their room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just thought that this was like a really interesting article to bring up. And now at this point, like it's very mainstream, and the industry itself is now catering to the mainstream instead of like hardcore nerd pillars like us.
So they're trying to shame K-pop and anime. Is that what the article's about?
No. They were like that. That was what was once happening like a decade ago, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, but now that it's mainstream and everyone likes it, they're catering towards them instead of the people who were really writing for it in the first place, like us.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
well, yeah, because I mean, they have absorbed a lot of the casual. Like now, they're just there's a heavy amount of casual fans now. And I think a lot of people, if you get deep into anime, you're probably gonna discover especially from the openings, right? Like the bands and the different artists that do different openings and endings for different series. So you might that might link you to K-pop, right? You might find out that hey, this band actually did like Asian Kung Fu Generation. Like they do tons of. I think they have a recent opening for I think it's Boruto actually, one of these animes I'm watching. But
and like bands like Flow as well.
Yeah, so now of course these you're not gonna hear as much shame like we did years ago. Before it was like this was a super super small niche, but now it's just super super casual now. Like mentioning Naruto really ain't. I don't know how you're gonna shame someone mentioning Naruto now. I mean that's just he's an icon. That's a global icon. That's like Mario. That's like shaming out Mario and Sonic. So good luck trying to shame that. That's some lame crap to me.
Well, it's not. I mean. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trunks. I'm sorry.
No. That's. I was just gonna say, if you try to shame Naruto or like Luffy, people are gonna look at you sideways.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, everyone's wearing a Captain America T-shirt right now, and some people are wearing that shirt not even realizing it's Captain America, just wearing it because it's nice, right? So, good luck trying to shame Avengers and Iron Man, all that stuff. It's popping. So, But then I guess it's about figuring out, well, who's just trying to jump on the wave just to be jumping on the wave. But I mean, those people are going to benefit too. I mean, sadly, that's the case. But go ahead, Lawrence.
Oh no, it was just a passing comment. It's just one of those things where I don't like when you take the movies. I don't mind them catering to the casual viewer because the casual viewer is not going to have the length of time and history in their heads and canon like we do. So I get that. I get that. That doesn't bother me that much. However, it bothers me when you're not writing for the general population, but you decide to bring in writers and directors who have a particular ideology that they want to push. Because like for instance, making a movie for the general population pushes us as the group who knows the canon, the nerds. It pushes us a little bit out of the space, right? Because it's not catered specifically to us. But we've reached a point where even the general population is being pushed aside for that less than 5% that I talked about. You know what I mean? That's why the movies are starting to fail just as much as the publishing aspect, because the same way we didn't like swapping a character out or forgetting a character because you want to appeal to the general audience. Now the general audience is being pushed out because they're catering to the other group, AAvfx, whoever you want to claim.
So that's like what an example would be like that Velma show, which basically tanked because I heard it was terrible. The Scooby-Doo character from HBO.
Because it failed because they tried to pull something, and I've been telling people this. There's other channels who cover pop culture, comics, anime, and I've been telling them, Gary, all of them, you guys need to stop covering what they do, because I knew for the last 4 or 5 years easy, they did what they did and put that stuff out because they expected everybody to hate watch it. And when you hate watch it, you make the first one. The first 1 to 3 episodes gets a big push and a big bump in the ratings, and now you got advertisers to come in and keep pushing the rest of it that you want to make later. And I'm like, yo, that's their game plan. That's always been their game plan, to make people hate watch. Let's be real. What writer, what director in his right mind literally comes out and says, I mean, purposely, just for no reason during an interview, well, this is going to scare the crap out of cis white men. Dude, nobody talks like that.
Yeah.
Nobody talks like that. This is planned. They're trying to get you to hate watch, and they're starting to realize the hate watching is not working anymore. So now they're starting to move to nostalgia. And as you can see, the nostalgia is slowly wearing off too, because nobody's buying it. I don't go watch Star Trek Picard for Worf to be a pacifist. You understand what I'm saying? Worf is a Klingon. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. We want to see the old crew come together, kick ass like they used to in the old days, and let's have some fun, some action, some fun. Nobody gives a. Come on, dude. They're killing us. They're killing us. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
went
good.
on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Omega, you never got a turn on that. What do you think about the kind of the fandoms and now that the article from Trunks? What are your thoughts on that?
I think they just definitely too late. I mean, it's widespread. Resistance is futile. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. What's going on, JTC? What's going on, man? JTC says, Sonic's still goated. Oh, well, the trilogy did pretty well. I mean, the third movie's about to come out, and that's doing well. So we'll see how Mario does, which I'm pretty sure that thing's gonna well, it might do well. With the momentum I'm seeing, it looks like it's gonna do well. But
I will.
Go ahead.
I do want to add one more thing. Is that, do you want to? Well, I would ask not only just those that oppose it, but even those that are for it. Is that, do we really want to take something that is positive away from such a bleak and negative world? I mean, a lot of people are happy with it. I don't see a issue.
That's the other thing too. I mean,
just enjoy it.
when I ask, okay, so if you're not consuming this other things, like what are you consuming that's better? That's kind of the counter question.
What
I
else
ask.
are you watching?
And if you're mentioning some type of lame show, I mean, sorry, you're not gonna convince me. Like, what do you prefer? What's the better option to what I'm consuming? And
Basketball Wives.
Yeah, Basketball Wives. All this
Beach,
other crap.
unreality shows.
Reality TV. All those other crap.
But what's sad about that? And I don't know if it applies to everybody, so I'm only speaking for my generation, late baby boomers, early Gen Xers. We've gotten to the point now when you guys ask me about stuff and I go, I'll pass because I don't know. I do that because for those in my age group, we've ignored all of it and we've just gone back and we're rereading the stuff we grew up with or we watched when we were younger.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Which is a positive.
Yeah. I mean, I've been reading,
very good.
I've been reading my comics from when I was a kid in the '60s and '70s. As goofy as they are, they fun to go back to. I'm watching the old Dungeons and Dragons animation cartoon, Thundercats, Voltron.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's what we. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we do. That's what we do. I mean, when was the last time you heard the name Brave Star? You know what I mean?
Never.
It's an old animation of a Native American sheriff in space in the future, from Hanna-Barbera and Filmation. Herculoids, The Impossibles, Birdman. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't have to argue with anybody about whether or not it's legit. I got 80 years. I got 80 years of animation and comics that I can go back on. So I'm good. But I think that's what's eventually going to happen to you guys and people who are younger than us. It's like, I can't do this, man. This don't make no sense.
Wait, you know what? I've already started that. I've actually rewatched Hey Arnold. I rewatched Ed, Edd n Eddy. I mean, just for nostalgic reasons, just to laugh and this.
Oh, did you say Ed, n Eddy?
Yeah, hell yeah, I watched that again.
Oh, yo, man, hell yeah, I love me some Ed. Yo, I love some Ed, Edd n Eddy, man.
Yeah.
The boys are crazy.
Yeah, that show is a classic, man.
Ed, Edd n Eddy, man. Yep.
That's pure comedy, man.
Yeah, man.
It just goes to show between any demographic, which is of young and old, they can still enjoy their things without someone just nitpicking at them or saying, "Oh, this isn't cool," or "This isn't lame." It's like, hey, go, get big, go fuck yourself, like,
But the trick to that is that you have to have writers who love the craft as opposed to the ideology.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Because that's what makes. Because I can tell you right now, all of us being of different generations, then you add in my youngest kids and you throw in my grandkids who are even younger still, I promise you, we can all sit down and enjoy Courage the Cowardly Dog, I Am Weasel, Dexter's Laboratory, Kids Next Door, Ed, Edd n Eddy, because it's universal. There's no hidden agenda or ideologies in it. It's just pure animated fun. And we can all relate to that. You know what I'm saying? That's why the old stuff works and the new stuff doesn't.
Yeah, I think we do very well if we just do not bombard everything with the PC and Wokens and all that other shit. Just enjoy a great, good show. Quit dumping, political shit in it, and then now everybody's like, oh, like,
Well, that's why when you guys talk about One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, I can always respect it, even though I haven't watched it, because when I listen to you guys talk and you break down the characters and you talk about how much you enjoy it, it sounds no different than when I was growing up watching Battle of the Planets and Voltron for the first time.
That's true. They haven't.
Right.
They don't do any of that woke stuff.
They don't do that. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I never challenge you guys on it, because I understand where you're coming from. I was like that when we first started getting Japanese animation in America. Because like I said, the first
I was totally like that when I got to give a big shout out to my Uncle Mark, because he was the one that introduced me to anime, and he comes from the time of where it's like Robotech and Lone Star and Birdman and stuff like that. But even though in Japan it would be considered like a nerdy or geeky thing, like I was just on the cusp of it, but I thought, like, how's this nerdy or geeky? Like, this is more detailed than American cartoons.
This goes back to the collab I did with Falcon Black last week that y'all should check out. I told him, like, yo, if the front end is like disturbing you, look at the back end and think about the money. Like, get behind the money.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. Like, the voice acting, the design, the tech part of it, the marketing. Like, there's
the cinematography.
There's all sorts of different types of areas you can get into. Because I was telling him, like, yo, like, I know, like, a Nintendo commercial looks very childish, but if you get behind Nintendo, that's where all the money's at. So, I mean, people really need to consider that. Like, don't just judge it. Think about the other angles of the fandoms. Don't just be judging it right off the bat.
Yeah.
But let's get to this next one. Go ahead, Lawrence, if you're there with the Secret Wars comic book. This is, you need to go. If not, I'll go.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm here.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I went to grab my coffee. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I just thought it was interesting. There's no real story to it.
Okay.
Other than the fact, Secret Wars is pretty much what set the standard for event series from comic publishers. I was just amazed that this sold for over $3 million. But
is that current?
Is
that current? Is that the current sales number?
Yeah, on the 13th of January, it sold for $3,360,000.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and it's and I get it, because one, it's Spider-Man, who's very popular, and two, it's the introduction for the first time of his black uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, there's nothing major to this. I just thought it was interesting.
Could you say that the sales increases might be due to the actual MCU movies coming out and stuff like that?
No. I don't think so. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Not saying that there can't be a possibility, but I highly doubt it, because the type of money that's required to buy this is a nostalgia thing. This is somebody my age or older who read this when he was a kid and had $3 million to drop. That's you know what I mean? No offense, but I don't think it has anything to do with with the movie. I mean, people might say it does, but I don't think it does. I think it's just somebody, like I said, who's just older and that enjoyed it. And it seems like stuff from the 1980s is, well, that's just going to be. It's going to look at with big dollar signs. Because I mean, actually, the speculator market is the only thing that's holding the comic industry up right now. I got to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Once the speculator market gets tired, stop investing in variant covers and all that other muck. Yeah, industry's down. and it's gonna go down.
Okay, Omega, what do you think about this one? You're a comic head.
I'm thinking I wish I owned Bit so I can get millions for it.
You don't have it?
No, I do not.
You don't have it?
No.
Well, it wouldn't make it. Well, to be honest with you, this is if I remember correctly, it's an original page. So
yeah,
if I remember correctly,
still astonishing that it sells for millions. Like, that's my take on it.
Okay.
It's got it. Like, I could just imagine the once people laid their eyes on an all-black Spider-Man, it was just shocking. They probably thought, like, is he gonna be a bad guy now? But I do love that the artist itself, since I do art, if you check out the outline, the shade of that blue kind of tinge to it, I always thought that was a marvelous way of taking on the shadow, just not having it flat, because the all-black Spider-Man would just, he would just be all flat, but they actually added some lighting to it.
Yeah.
Still an amazing series too in itself. How he actually got that costume, but
and the costume is tight.
I sure do wish I had it. Oh yeah, the costume has always been amazing. Even when he didn't have the symbiote and he actually switched into just regular, he made just an all black costume similar to it.
Yep.
Trunks, anything on this one? I didn't get to you.
I don't, but I like the fit.
Okay. We should be getting Black Spider-Man in Marvel 2. Well, no, Marvel Spider-Man 2, the game that comes out this year too as well. So I can't wait for that.
Is it on Switch?
No, Trunks, come on, really?
He's probably going to be on the Spider-Verse too. I'm pretty sure.
Trunks trying to. You know that's an exclusive. I mean, they'll probably show up on the PC probably years later, but it's not going to be on the Switch. All right, next. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Megan, with this one from about the video games crossword puzzles.
Yeah, so I thought this was a very cool headline as far as what can be the cognitive benefits. We do know that video games have gotten a bad reputation for being linked with obesity and vision problems in youth with excessive use. But there are some positives. We do have video games can train people with degenerative diseases to improve their balance and help adolescents with ADHD improve their thinking skills. But what about when it comes to memory? Michelle L. Hamedian, MD and PhD in anesthesiologist at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, says an active mind might be a protected mind. You're exercising your brain, your neurons, and your neural function. Even researchers from Columbia University and Duke found out that crossword puzzles actually have an advantage over video games when it comes to memory functioning. They found there was less brain shrinkage, and which is associated with Alzheimer's disease for those who work crossword puzzles compared to those who play video games. David Albertson believes in, and he does crossword puzzles every day. I always find that interesting because crossword puzzles have been in the papers since ever, correct? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a date for it, but you are firing off a lot of neurons when you're dealing with a crossword puzzle, which is something that even predated video games in a sense. Just a mind-challenging exercise. So yeah, there are I have the philosophy of that, kind of maybe centered around yin and yang. There is going to be some positive in aspects of many things that you do, but the negatives in this one seems to be a lesser for the positives in mental functionality. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely see the benefit, and then they've changed, and then now it's more into your mobile games that are puzzles and little things like that make you think.
Correct.
Quizzes. So they're still on the newspaper though, but I think our generation is now just doing it on mobiles and tablets and stuff like that.
And you got to think with your cognitive benefits for your mental health. I believe that's why certain video games are going in the direction of trying to get you as physical as possible without just sitting there, of course, because as we've seen, Xbox 360 had the Kinect, and that got a lot. Like me personally, I had one, and I was being active. I was moving more. I just wasn't sitting there. I'm pretty sure down the road they're going to try and combine these two, as you're being not only physical, but you're also immersive within, as we see the VR realm.
Ah, yeah, true. Okay. Trunks, anything on this one?
I feel like I just don't have enough knowledge on that to really comment on it, so I'll pass.
Okay. Lawrence, anything?
I'm not sure. I get what the article is saying, but I grew up before video games. So I've always wondered about the thing about people who play video games not moving, and it's not physically healthy for them, but cognitively it's good, which is interesting because I grew up, we did crossword puzzles, we did jigsaw puzzles, we played solitaire, concentration, yada, 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 which is pretty much a sedentary kind of activity, but we didn't have physical health problems. As far as it goes for the cognitive aspect, of course, anything that keeps your brain working is good, especially in today's age with the increase in dementia and Alzheimer's. So yeah, I mean it's a good thing. I got no complaints about that.
Same.
I don't see why it's surprising to them. It's not like this survey hasn't been done before.
Right. I'm sure there's several articles on this, and they keep trying to. It's like they almost want to take shots.
Yeah, because for some reason, I remember somebody speaking on this in the late '90s, early 2000s. I got it in my head anyway, because I know in the '80s they started getting a little crazy with with Dungeons and Dragons being this, being that, board games, and then in the '90s they tried to transfer the violence aspect over to video games. I remember that. But yeah, but as far as, like I said, from the cognitive perspective, to the best of my knowledge, they've always known this. I could have sworn I've seen reviews, medical reviews on it before. But it's not surprising. Anything that forces you to use your brain on a constant basis is a good thing, in my opinion.
Right. That was funny. All right, so let's get to this one. So this one's not really like a kind of news related, but anime movie budgets reveal Hollywood's biggest problem. So this kind of pointing at we kind of always talk about this, comparing the anime stuff with the American stuff. So it says increasing global popularity of anime has taken several countries by storm. There's one area where it's silently dominating as anime has risen. Western animation has taken a big hit, downturn, especially when it comes to Hollywood. These differences can be mainly seen in budgets for these productions, not to mention their return on interest. So the budgets for anime movies are microscopic compared to anime movies from Disney, Warner Bros., and others, though they are seeing far better box office revenue. Because of it, they can be attributed to numerous factors. The work conditions of the anime community. As a result, anime is making the bloated budgets of Hollywood animation come under intense scrutiny. Well, once again, these series are not woke and all this other crap, right? A lot of the American animated movies for kids and stuff like that, or younger audience, they're inserting in this woke culture and all this other crap. So I think that's one of the issues with that. And a lot of these animated movies come from mangas that have been going on forever. I mean, One Piece, it's going on forever. Dragon Ball, all these other things. So I think that's the one thing. And then another thing is like these mangas, like the ones that get really big sales, like Demon Slayer, all these other things. It's kind of a launch pad to create a good, like a successful movie, like Jujutsu Kaisen and all these other things. These, I don't know what the launch pad is for a lot of these Disney, like kind of Pixar related movies. Like what's that one, Buzz Lightyear? Like when that came out with the actor from Captain America, I thought that was gonna just like be like a box office hit. Like when the first trailer came out, I'm like, oh, okay, I could see this doing well, but that bombed. A lot of these animated movies are not doing that well either. So I don't know, maybe, but I think America's trying to pander and trying to make sure they check all their boxes to make sure no one gets left out. Then compared to the animes and mangas, I mean, they don't necessarily care. They're just like, hey, let me focus on the stories, get good characters, plot, setting, and boom, let's see if it can be a good story. And if it is, let's make an anime for it. And if it gets more success, okay, let's make a movie for it. So their model blueprint is working compared to America. But Trunks, any thoughts on this one? This is kind of in your lane.
Right. So honestly, I just feel okay. I hate to do this again, but I just feel like I don't really understand, like, despite being a finance major, I don't really understand budgeting for movies versus anime. Like, I just feel like that's like two entirely different. I don't know. It's like I can read about it, but I just don't know what to like properly comment about it. It's like I feel like other guys on this panel like have like far more extensive knowledge than I do when it comes to like this realm.
No, actually, no. It's not you. It's them. Actually, believe it or not.
What do you mean?
If you look at Hollywood works, you'll look up a live action movie, and you'll see how much they paid each actor, the overall budget, how much they put into marketing, how much they need to make back to cover everything and make a profit. If you notice, they don't give those kind of numbers for anime. That's why a lot of people don't know.
But I've always wondered, like, why aren't the numbers revealed for anime? Like, do you think that
they do it on purpose? Because if you got to read the credits. I know it sounds crazy, but I tell people this all the time. Stay in the theater, read the credits from the beginning to the end, and I guarantee you'll start to see names in there you don't expect to see because they outsourced a lot of the work, and they're not trying to let people know that they got this for a lot cheaper than what they actually pretended that they did. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, even if they did, like, what kind of problems could it even cause? Like, who even cares if the work is like outsourced as long as it's done ethically?
Because people will make arguments about how do the voice actors get more money than the actual animators. I've seen that. How come Tom Hanks gets $50 million to do Woody, but the animator only gets $15 an hour? You see what I'm saying? That's why they do stuff like that.
Good, but okay, this is a little bit off topic, but I just don't get how labor is so cheap, like for the animators. I don't get how you can get someone to fucking animate like a multi-million-dollar series for fucking $15 an hour. Like that just
dude, no. Go look at Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Okay.
And do the research and see what the animators were making the first year and then see what they were making at the end of it. That was a big to do. Avatar was a big to do about how people were getting paid, especially animators in other countries. That was a big to do. But I don't know. Like I said, I agree with you. It doesn't make sense because it's not going to make it that big of a deal, in my opinion. But for some reason here in America, they have a tendency to hide the production costs for animation. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me, but they do it. Because like I said, if you look up any live action movie, you'll get numbers. Then you'll look up animation movies. You'll see some that'll give you numbers, some that'll give you partial numbers, but the vast majority won't give you anything at all. Because I was trying to do an animated movie and I was trying to figure out the cost, and I spent like a good 6 months to a year trying to figure it out. I still don't get it.
6 months to a year to find cost.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They must be hiding everything.
That's what I'm saying. That included producers. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It's just crazy. They hide the numbers. I don't know why. I don't.
Sketchy as fuck. I mean, I just can't imagine a normal person being like, oh, they did the animation they outsourced the animation for this in another country. Wow, well the quality must not be as good. Like it just, people take it at face value for what the animation is when they see it. Not where it's done.
Yeah. Especially if you outsource to an Asian country, you're going to get us right out the gate because we already know they do better than most.
Yeah.
So I don't see why you got to hide that, in my opinion. I mean, if you're doing an animated movie, the vast majority of us do anime. So how do you think you're going to go wrong by telling us you went to Korea to get it done? We're not going to have a problem with that. We watch Avatar. But why would like that's what I was saying to you. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they do it. I just don't understand why.
Does anyone else on the panel have a proper answer for this, or even in the chat? Because I am just I'm befuddled.
Oh, I didn't really focus on the financial part. I'm just thinking that because of the wokeness and all that other stuff, I think that's what's kind of hindering the American animated movies.
Yes.
I think that's the main issue. Like I said,
yeah.
Japanese, they just focus on the story, the characters, plot. They make a good anime for it. If the anime does well, boom, they'll test out a movie to see how it does. Okay, the movie did good, and that's usually, then they just do a cycle of that whole formula. Manga, good manga, boom, goes to the anime, boom. Okay, let's try a movie, and then usually it works out, right? Because of the fan base, and like I said, the story is not hindered or lessened by China propagandas and all this other stuff, trying to put everyone in the same boxes to fit in, that type of thing that America does, so.
No, yes. I agree, and my apologies, I went off on a totally different tangent. I'm sorry. But you are correct. That's the reason why they're successful and the American stuff is not. Like I said, Buzz Lightyear bringing in the alphabet agenda messed that up. It failed. And there was some movie that Disney just recently did, Strange World.
Strange World.
Stranger. I mean, hot mess, man.
Yeah.
Hot mess.
Oh man. Hot mess.
So that's a problem. And we saw the remake on Netflix, She-Ra. I mean, seriously.
Well, the Buzz Lightyear one was just like a huge L. I mean, because you had the launch pad with that, the whole Toy Story audience, right? The Toy Story fans, and you still jack that up, like.
And yeah, I mean, Buzz Lightyear. First of all, you had the Toy Story brand behind you.
Yeah.
And Buzz Lightyear himself became his own brand separately from Toy Story. Because don't forget, in the 90s, he did have an animated show.
Oh yeah, true. Yep.
90s to early 2000s, but Buzz was his own brand in addition to being part of the Toy Story. That movie should not have failed.
Dude, when the trailer first came out, I mean, I'm like, hey, this looks awesome, Yeah, why is stream elements? Oh, sorry, GT. Sorry, man, I'm gonna have to mod y'all up till I fix the chat bot of mine. The bot is being very.
Guy.
Bot going Skynet on the motherfuckers.
Sorry, all right, but go ahead. What you about to say?
I don't have much to comment on it, really. The budgets are, I mean, the biggest problem is with, I believe, Hollywood is that they just possibly running out of ideas. they got to go over to like comics for stories. And though that is good and it warms our hearts to content, I mean, some of these, like it only, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it just seems like John Wick is like the best action movie. And then horror movies are doing pretty damn good, and then that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I am looking forward to this next Rush Hour, though. I believe it might be very good.
Yeah, I did hear about that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're gonna start our intermission. Be sure to like video, subscribe, guys. We're gonna be back after a quick commercial break. We have a lot more to cover, so we'll be right back in a bit. Hang on.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Tyrannosaurus! Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Why so serious?
Riddle me this.
Haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? From eating all of this stuff.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Tyrannosaurus!
Yoga Lane.
Your soul is mine.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
Target acquired. Here's the big one. Proton cannon.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Yoga Lane.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
Riddle me this.
Why so serious?
Tyrannosaurus!
Always winterize your pipes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Why so serious? Hadouken!
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
You well grounded in the case file detected.
By your powers combined.
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pants. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
Hadouken! Why so serious?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file detected.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pants.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and...
Alright, welcome back guys to episode 29 of Otaku Jump Podcast. So episode 30 will be actually, I think it's on the 19th of February, so you can catch us live on YouTube for the 30th episode of Otaku Jump Podcast. Once again, we're available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher. All those other formats will be in the description. Also join the Discord server for gameplays, updates on my YouTube channel, shorts, the TikTok updates, everything. Definitely join the Discord server for that. Also, shout out to Eisen for the super chat. Y'all aren't gonna keep trying Steam Elements. You'll kneel to Skynet and AI. Yeah, man, don't worry. I think I fixed it. Like it was on like I lowered the spam filter, so I don't know. It was counting. I guess multiple chats has spam. I don't know, but hopefully I fixed it. But you guys are mods, so welcome to the mod squad. Also, shout out to Rocky for the Cashapp. He gave me Cashapp before our intermission. Shout out to Rocky, another supporter of the Oasis and the Nerd Pill. Shout out to y'all. So we're back with the crew. We got a lot more to cover. So we're just gonna keep at it. One of our other main headlines for this episode. So more bad news, I guess, or maybe good news for some people. So all of three gaming first-party console manufacturers appeared poised to skip E3 on its big return. So E3's first physical event in the 4 years was supposed to be a triumph return for the trade show, an opportunity to recapture some of the excitement, but which has been a major showcase event for the game industry, but sadly the case. However, it appears that the E3 of this year hits LA Convention Center in June will be without three of its most important draws. So that means no Xbox, no Sony, and no Nintendo won't be part of E3 2023 or have a presence on the Los Angeles Convention Center show floor. So what does this mean? So maybe we're going to see some other companies show up, I guess, like EA and things like that. Usually, and I know, Xbox usually they have their own event that they do just via virtual live. I know Sony might have their own event. Nintendo might, Nintendo has their directs and stuff like that to compete. So I guess that's why they're doing this. Maybe they just prefer the digital format, going to the physical trade show may not be a thing they really care about, you know. And maybe in the financial side, it might be a bit more beneficial for them to do digital because it's cheaper and, you know, stuff like that. So is it a big deal? Well, if we're trying to watch E3, I guess now it's like, well, what type of announcements are we going to get? We still may get related Nintendo, Sony, Xbox announcements, but it's like, why would they show that at E3, like the big announcements, and not save it for their own events? So we're gonna have to see with E3 this year. But any thoughts on that? Omega, go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna show up there and you know, stand around, model, you know, walk up and down the runway, and have nothing to look forward to any games at all. I mean, I do believe though this could be just a big hoax. Like, you get in there and they're actually there. Just something to just cheese people off about. Because you know, there's always these crazy ass leaks going on inside. So, what better way to just lie to everybody and they get in there and then all the systems and.
That's true. This could be like a false little, like, you know, we're not coming, but boom, we just show up, right? That's a good point.
We just show up. Yeah, so
that's a good point there.
That's just me and my deductive reasoning skills. Yeah. But other than that, it is a swift kick in the butt, because it's just like, well, what are we doing here? We're just standing around looking great in our best. In our best polos or in our best suits. I mean, some people really show out to these events, so I don't know. Could be a whole networking ploy.
Lawrence, what do you think about none of the big three at E3? Apparently,
none of the big three at E3. I saw something in the chat from my brother Eisen about Frost. Is that the same Frost from G4?
Oh yeah. That I think that chick, right?
Yeah. With the short snow-colored hair.
That was G4, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she's attached to E3.
She shouldn't be, but she was attached to G4, and I think G4 got shut down, I think, last year, right? G4 is gone now.
Yeah. Well, fuck them. But if she's attached to E3, then my response is fuck them too.
Yeah.
No, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I anything that I like, I've come to the conclusion there's certain people or certain companies and entities I do not want attached with it. If you're attached with it, fuck you. I'm never buying your shit again. I'm done. And she's one of those. I don't care if she showed up at DC tomorrow. I'll never buy another fucking DC comic.
Dang.
I know, because that's where I'm at with everything now. I can't, because there's only but so many times you're gonna piss on me before I get up and either get an umbrella or fuck you up. So neither one of those is gonna be good for you, because I'll probably fuck you with the umbrella.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. Be... Go ahead before I make an R. Kelly joke. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going there too. It's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going there too.
I was trying to get out of there.
Just like for the record, I would like to say Otaku Jump Bros would definitely not allow 1P. Okay, we're gonna kick your ass. We're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's make that official. But But the point I'm trying to make is, like I said, I'm done, because like I said, if they don't care about me, I no longer care about them. So none of the big three being at the E does nothing to me. Because I really don't care, and that's not something that I made a decision on. That's what they pushed me to. So I'm being honest. I don't care. I don't care, and fuck them.
I hear you on that. Trunks, you have any thoughts on this one?
Oh, not quite.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Pass on that.
All right, so let me see here. So let's go to some anime stuff. I got you, Trunks. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. The Anime Japan 2023 main stage lineup had a lot of. So it's aimed at. This is the 10th year for Tokyo Big Sight on March 25th and 26th. The event is already showing off in massive scale in new anime and Anime Japan, and with key visuals that pack together a bunch of characters. So it's gonna be super stacked at this event. So for the red stage, they got Psycho-Pass is getting a damn sequel, dude. Like I didn't finish the first one, but I mean it's been a hot minute since we got anything from Psycho-Pass. So Psycho-Pass Providence is getting a sequel. We got Demon Slayer red stage, which is probably to promote the season 3. Jujutsu Kaisen, of course, season 2. ReZero is at the red stage, so potentially we could be getting a season 3 for ReZero. Chibi reviews did a video on that, so I think he covered ReZero, but I think we are getting a season 3. Marshall for their anime. Rurouni Kenshin, although there is some drama with Rurouni Kenshin. Apparently the creator did some creepy crap or whatever, and I think he got arrested. I think we covered that a while ago, but Rurouni Kenshin is getting another new anime, so can't wait for that. Spy X Family, Sailor Moon Cosmos. Sailor Moon's still getting animes, you know. Another Fate anime is coming out, and of course Attack on Titan, Green Stage. We got Undead Unluck. I actually cannot wait to see this. I saw the PV for it. It looks pretty cool. Dr. Stone's coming back this year. We got, of course, Tensei Season 2, and we got a lot more coming on this year. But I think you can watch the live stream on YouTube, but just FYI, it's probably going to be in Japanese, but you can still watch it. But a lot of stuff coming out this year, so get ready to see like just a huge ton of trailers coming out in March. It's going to be crazy. So any thoughts on that, Trunk? What do you think with all the stuff coming out?
I mean, I'm excited. Like, what else could I possibly say? I mean, this is the stuff that I do want to see. So,
I feel you, man. I'm especially that Rurouni Kenshin though. It's been a hot minute since we've seen anything. Well, the live action Kenshin, but it's been a hot minute anime wise.
I mean, yeah, it's fucking been forever. Like, how old is he supposed to be now? I think he's like 35 or something.
I don't even know, because I think they're covering, maybe it might be more of the manga, because I don't think the original anime covered everything, right? So maybe there's a different, you know, more chapters, and I have no idea, but still excited as hell. Super excited on that one.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, can't wait. Meg, anything on Anime Japan 2023? Anything that excites you from the lineup? It's a crazy lineup. It's stacked. I mean, might even get a Tokyo Revengers too.
Yeah, I'm definitely ecstatic about ecstatic and excited about the lineup. I mean, it's crazy. Like, actually, the one that you mentioned is something that I'm actually looking forward to as well, where the gentleman is just run down through the corporate life and can't stand it, and then a zombie apocalypse happened, and the dude rejoices that he doesn't have to go on to work the next day. I mean, he is literally free. He's like, this is the best thing that could have happened to me, where everybody else would probably be looking at him like, are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind?
What one are you talking about? What series are you talking about?
That's the something, I believe it's Undead or
Undead Unluck. Okay.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, man. I've heard good things about it.
I like the story and the concept of it. Like, somebody is just that tired of their profession that they do not mind that the zombie apocalypse is just tearing apart society, and he's like, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I don't have to go to work maybe next week.
Yeah, man.
He's enthusiastic about this new world.
So,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
And
it looks,
well, let me get to Lawrence so I can ask one more question. Lawrence, anything on this lineup? Anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so question. What do y'all think about the final season of Attack on Titan? Are y'all ready for the Attack on Titan finally end to be at its conclusion?
Yes, finally.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, didn't the first season come out like 2016 or something? 2017, somewhere around there. Been a hot minute.
well, I thought. I mean, for me, I think it went on too long. To be honest with you, I mean, not saying anything about the show because I mean, it was a decent show, but I never thought it had like the staying power to run like One Piece or Naruto or the rest of them as long as they do. Attack on Titan, I don't think was built to be that kind of long-term storytelling. But I mean, it should have ended a while ago, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I mean, season 1, I was still in. Yeah, it came out. Wait, was it? Yeah, 2013. Like I was still in college. Yo, I was like a year before I graduated. Like, yo, man, 2013 till now, and they just now finished it. Like, talk about milking. I don't know. I guess because back then that's when the whole seasonal anime started, though. Like, we weren't really getting like hella seasonal anime until like the kind of mid 2000s. So, but definitely Attack on Titan was one of those, like, you know, this led that whole thing, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely agree with y'all. I'm definitely ready for it to end, man. I just wanted to see what y'all think, you know. And well, I mean, they're milking it like crazy. I mean, but let it end so they can move on to something else, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, because there was another anime. Was it? As a pirate.
One
I want
Piece.
to say Captain Captain. Well, I'm thinking Captain Harlock.
Harlock. Oh wait. I think I know what you're talking about. I thought that was a mech anime. I never seen it though.
Yeah. That's another one that was like that. It went on longer than it should have.
I agree. So we got another headline, and then right after this, we're gonna go to Mega's article because it actually links together because he's talking about DC stuff. So James Gunn's DC movie slate introduces and includes Superman, Batman, and Authority and Swamp Thing. So James Gunn had a announcement video on YouTube on the DC channel, like 6-8 minutes long, talking about the first chapter of films, which is called, I think, God and Monsters, I believe it is. So this will start in 2025 with Superman Legacy, The Authority. We have Supergirl, World Tomorrow, The Brave and the Bold, Swamp Thing, and that's just chapter 1. So for me, I'm sad that, you know, Henry Cavill is not going to be involved. I think I heard that after Aquaman 2, this is going to lead to Superman. I don't know how that's going to work, but apparently after Aquaman 2, it's going to lead to this. They said that the Batman and all that other stuff is going to be DC Elseworld. So those are still going to exist. Not sure about Shazam, though. After Shazam 2, I don't know his future. Based on the trailer that we got recently, I have a theory that he might die or something or whatever, just to end his whole character. I don't know. But this is, you know, James Gunn's going to be leading this. As he said, Blue Beetle is connected too as well. And there's going to be a TV show on Waller. Yeah, Waller's getting a TV show. Although I have no idea why she deserves it. But I guess they're going to put, you know, villains and heroes around her to make that show even good. So we're getting a Robin with The Brave and the Bold. Damian Wayne, which is going to be kind of cool. That should be interesting. The actor from Titans who did Robin, the younger Robin, Jason Todd, and Red Hood, which I honestly didn't like what they did with Red Hood and Titans, but this guy was like, oh, please, I'm just one call away. So because he wants to be Damian Wayne, I'm like, let's get a new actor for that. So Lawrence, what is your thoughts? We got to go to you first. What do you think, man, about this news slate of DC?
Well, I don't know why they got a new show for Amanda, because a show for Amanda Waller is pretty much just a television version of Suicide Squad, so I don't get it.
Okay, right. Yeah.
As far as it goes for the guy that played Jason begging, he's no different than Michael Rosenbaum begging to come back as Lex Luthor. So they're all desperate right now. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. It's money. To be honest with you, this whole thing, I don't think there's enough words to describe the stench that's coming off of this to me and how this is going to play out. This, I don't think this is good. And instead of just picking on people, I'm gonna be very, very clear cut. First of all, no disrespect to him, but James Gunn does not have the skill set, experience, or history to pull this off. He's never done this before. In addition to that, his style has always been like a more grounded version of Takiti, the guy who did the Thor movie.
Yeah, Thor.
Quirky characters, etc., and so on. But you can't pull that mentality off in a lot of these things. In addition to that, although I understand him removing actors for the sake of trying to restart and get a clear new beginning, I think in this particular instance, it wasn't necessary, because I don't think it's just Henry Cavill. Last I heard, Zachary Levi, who plays Shazam, is being cut and ghosted because of his comments about Pfizer, and James Gunn jumped in on that, which is fascinating to me considering how he got removed from the Guardians for something similar to that by making comments online from years ago. And I do believe he's also removing Gal Gadot. And
she's gone.
Jason Momoa is supposed to eventually come back as Lobo.
Yeah, I saw an article on that.
So I mean, really, what are we doing here? Because and that's the problem with people like him when they talk about doing it right and talking about doing it for the fans. See, if you're gonna sit here and you're gonna lay claim that you're wiping everybody out in a clean slot, then don't go suck Jason Momoa's dick to keep him as Lobo. You get rid of every fucking body. If you're gonna get rid of everybody, you get rid of every fucking body. You don't pat Zachary Levi on the back and give him another Shazam movie. You remove everybody. You don't release that Flash movie after all the shitty shit that Ezra Miller did. If you're gonna clean slate, then clean fucking slate. Don't pick and choose, because when you start doing that, you get kind of the list we got now, which is a shitty list, in my opinion. That's just my immediate take on it.
And you know what? Didn't they try Swamp Thing before and it got canceled like within a couple episodes? The director who did Aquaman, didn't he try to do Swamp Thing? Because didn't we see an attempt at Swamp Thing like briefly not too long ago?
Yeah, it was. I can't remember if it was the same director though. But yes, and not only was it brief, but it was very good.
Oh, okay, so it was good.
Yeah, both fans and critics loved it. They said it was about as close as you're going to get to the actual comic. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier about Doom Patrol and the Titans. You got something that people want and you cancel it. What? What the fuck is that? What is that?
Okay, so
now you're just fucking with people for the sake of fucking with them.
I got another theory for James, the guy who's the Aquaman. Could it be he wants to keep him because maybe when it came to the deal, maybe he's taking less money? So maybe he's not as expensive compared to getting a new actor or something, or what?
No, he's taking him because Jason Momoa is the only one who pulled off $1 billion. That's why he's keeping Jason Momoa.
Okay. Oh, true. Aquaman did sell really well.
Yeah. So Aquaman did the best. I think the second best was Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman.
The first one was good.
The first one. Yeah. The first one
was pretty good.
After that, that's it. Everything else is pretty much down.
And I think they said they're still keeping the Superman TV show, right? The Superman Lois show, right?
No, one more season.
Oh, dang, that's getting axed too. Dang.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Everything's getting one more season, or it's already been canceled.
Included in this news is also we're getting Booster Gold. That's not in this article, but I remember them being mentioned. We're getting the Authority, which is a group of cool-looking heroes. I have no idea who they are, but they look cool as hell. Give me your thoughts on the Authority. Are they cool, or what's up with that?
The Authority should come across as an Elseworlds because that's originally how they started. Jim Lee created that universe. They're like the Justice League meets the Avengers, but all of them are murderers and assassins with bad attitudes. They kill people. They take over countries.
Sounds like Watchmen on a bigger scale, kind of.
No. It's the Justice League and the Avengers come. It's the Justice League and Avengers meets the boys. How about that?
Okay,
That
got
level.
it, boys.
That
Okay,
yeah,
that sounds good. Damn.
that kind of that kind of it. No, it was good. And in its initial run, it was good. It was created by Warren Ellis and Mark Mylar did a lot of work on it too, with Frank Quietly on artwork. But like I said, afterwards it just degenerated. Midnighter is Batman analogy. Apollo is a Superman analogy. They're both gay and in love with each other.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said, in its original heyday in the early '90s, it was good. It was really good. But the question is like, if everything's going to be in Elseworlds, how do you build up continuity? How do you get people to stay attached?
Well,
because that's generally how this is going to work.
Remember, we talked about this before, where they're going to cater to the casual audience that doesn't even care. They don't even know what's going on. You know.
Actually, that's not true. Because we have 12 years of history to show that that's not the case. Because you saw how the casual audience got hooked on Marvel.
Yeah.
Being interconnected, and then those closing credit scenes. So it is possible.
Okay, that's true. They do care. Yeah, they do care. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is possible.
I think the move to do the Batman, the Joker sequel. They're going to be Elseworld or whatever. What's his name? Matt Reeves. Is that his name? Yeah, I think that's his name. Who's going to do these films? I think it's like, well, we can't axe them off because they made too much money, right? Joker made way too much money just to say, we're just going to axe it off. You know, too much money there.
That proves my point. That exactly proves my point. Because if James Gunn is going to stand in front of everybody talking about, look, we need to do this, start from scratch, yada, yada, yada. But you're not. What you're really doing is you're keeping the people who made money. That's why everybody else from the Justice League is gone, except for Jason Momoa. Because he's the one who made money. You can't turn around and tell me that, we need to start a clean slate, but you want to keep Matt Reeves as Batman because it made money. In other words, don't blow smoke up our ass. We're tired of that. Just say what the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm. So along with
I'm going to try this. We're going to,
we're getting no, you're good, man. This is a big one. This is one of our main headlines. So we're getting a Wonder Woman, like, he said something like a Game of Thrones like show or something. I was like,
based on Amazon's Themyscira. Again, nobody cares.
And then we're getting what's this guy? Green Lantern, like, detective show or something.
Stupid.
I don't know, but yeah. What do you think, Omega? What do you think on this one?
So, James Gunn is. I don't know. It's good that he's like, for the original series of Booster Gold and Green Lantern. These are very interesting characters and, like, heavy hitters. So I don't know. It's a better step in the direction, but from Superman and Batman. That's all I have to say about it. I will say Booster Gold is, like, the most possibly could be, like, in real life relatable between an actor and a hero. We actually I'll go as far as even the creators of Mortal Kombat, the movie, actually showed that where a martial artist / actor is enthralled in something that is, like, bigger than him, other than just his ego. So it seems to be promising.
To add, dang, what was the other thing about this thing? Okay, so we talked about the Wonder Woman, the Green Lanterns, Booster Gold. So James Gunn, trying to be slick, said, potentially about the actors from the MCU joining this new slate of DC movies and TV shows. I'm like, okay, of course you would leverage, your network and relationships from, Disney and stuff like that. So potentially we could see, technically, anyone from the MCU, timelines and stuff as actors in this slate, which, I mean, I don't really necessarily care as long as the movies are good. I don't care. But Trunks, anything on this? Batman, we talked about Batman. What do you think? DC, what do you think, Trunks?
For this specific article, not particularly. I'll continue to watch the Batman movies though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Oh, another thing, and there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of articles on this stuff, but I'm just trying to use from memory. He did say, James Gunn did say, and I quote that, and this is going to be interesting. The actors from the movies will connect and be voice actors from the games as well. So he plans on doing related games, and these video games are going to actually connect to the timeline. So let's say the Superman film, and then the video game will go in between that and the next Superman sequel. That's what he plans on doing, using the same voice actors and actors from the video games to the movies. Now, some people were critiquing that comment that he made about that. Like, actual real voice actors on social media were critiquing, like saying that's not going to be possible because, you know, the voice acting is it's tough. Like, there's a lot of things they do that regular actors, normal actors can't do. So, you know, that's going to be quite interesting to see. But what do y'all think about video games connecting in between films and stuff? This is, according to James Gunn, this is what he plans on doing. And it looks like they're not talking about stupid movie tie-in games. He's talking about like real, full, solid video games. What do y'all think? Lawrence, what do you think?
Okay, go ahead.
It's stupid. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, every section has its own purpose, if that makes sense. And every publishing produces its material the way it does for a reason. Gaming produces material the way it does for a reason. Movies produces stuff the way it does for a reason, and so does TV, so does radio, so does audiobooks. Everything, because everything can't be translated properly from one medium to the next. That is why we have divergence. Some small, some large, but that's the point. I mean, and then on top of that, and again, I'm just stating just basic facts here. My dude, you haven't even gotten the movie universe off the ground yet to make sure it's working. That's your focus. That's what you were brought in on. You weren't here to build synergies between video games, card games, and stuff like that. You were here to do movies. Just focus on it. Get that fixed first, then we can come back and talk. You're trying to run before you crawl, bro.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think he should be even responsible for the video games. Like let hand that over to actual studios and let the little third party studios that have get the IPs to do that. I don't think he should be saying, oh, we're gonna connect. Like, shouldn't be on you, because I mean, you just do your movie thing like you said, and let's not worry about the video game stuff yet.
Because he's trying to build him up. So he's trying to build himself to be this DC version of Kevin Feige. But even Kevin Feige didn't have his hands in all that nonsense.
No, Kevin Feige didn't have any. Well, I don't think he had any input on the Marvel games like Spider-Man's. I don't think so.
No, he had nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
nothing to do with that. So, like I said, Gunn is just trying to, he's not the dude for this. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a ding on his work. It's not. He does good work, but this is not his forte. He does not belong in this position. He just doesn't. Just by his choices. Like I said, the first thing he did when he came out was like, yo, I hear the fans. I'm here for him, yada, yada, yada. Yet you fire Henry Cavill and you tell us you're going to give us Booster Gold. The fuck is that about?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, that makes no sense. No sense. You tell me we can't get Gal Gadot and no Wonder Woman, but you're going to give us a Game of Thrones and Themyscira? What the hell? That makes no damn sense.
I don't know. And they mentioned Game of Thrones because HBO is gonna be on HBO Max, and they're like, oh well, the Game of Thrones fans are gonna like this, so I don't know.
And of course, the type of stuff that was going on in Game of Thrones, you got to think, if you're doing that with the Amazon and Themyscira and Hippolyta and all that other stuff, you are literally going to be shifting the mindset on how people looked at these characters for almost 80 years.
Yeah, because that's probably going to be a mature rating.
Exactly, because for all my years growing up, never in my days did I try to imagine Hippolyta naked. Never. But if they're doing a Game of Thrones, I'm just saying, how do you get kids in on that then? Because these are characters for kid comics, whether we want to admit that or not. That's what they were made for. So who exactly is this Game of Thrones thing for? Except for people who like nudity and excessive violence. That's all it's for.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
And that's
it's not gonna be for kids.
Right, and that's not our demographic.
Weather
I
asked.
mean, it really.
Weather asked. Are they still doing the Blue Beetle? Yes, Blue Beetle is not canceled. That is
Yes.
still coming this year, actually. Go ahead.
Yes. No, you're fine. I was just saying. I mean, who is that for? Except for people who just like nudity and excessive violence. And that's and
I will chime in that I do like excessive violence and nudity, and also gratuity, cursing. Yes.
No. I get that. I don't disagree. Because don't get me wrong, we do have overlap of that kind of content that we enjoy, but we don't do it just for the sake of having it.
Well, now for the sake of having,
you know what I'm saying?
Like if I had to sacrifice the boobs and the hips and tits for, or I think I said butt, but
right, but
if I had to sacrifice all that for a good show, I would.
Right.
I would.
But if you got up in the morning and said somebody was going to make, but if you got up in the morning and somebody said they was going to make an HBO show about Gotham, you wouldn't expect to turn it on and see porn.
No.
I mean, dude, it doesn't connect. That's the point I'm trying to make. It doesn't connect. So this thing with the Amazon stuff and Wonder Woman and Game of Thrones, it doesn't connect that way because it wasn't built like that.
I would expect to see a not so becoming sexual act and then the person is beaten the crap out of by Batman. That's about it. But for the most part,
yeah, I was gonna say, Megan, go ahead. After you say we gotta say, go. You can just bounce to your next this next article that you did about the Robin.
Oh, okay, cool. The last of that, I'll just say this: the most important and the most awesome Green Lantern to me is going to be given his shot. So I think that's a win. Moving forward into the Brave and the Bold movie, will finally give us our Robin story. Unfortunately, with extended Batman here, and then we got the Batman. We're gonna finally get our shot at focusing on what I think is one of the most amazing sidekicks, definitely in the world. That we're gonna get Robin, and not only that, we're getting Grant Morrison's series Robin, which is introduced by Batman's actual son, whom he had with Talia al Ghul, and let's just say it wasn't consensual about that having this son, more than less. He got bat roofied. So Batman is reintroduced to his son, partway through his life. Gunn is going to elaborate that on the character, adding that he's lived a life of crime without his father, and this will be his story about reuniting with his father. They explain, of course, where even Ben Affleck and Matt Reeves want to be a architectural team trying to bring these together. We have Damian Wayne, who is basically already a murderer and assassin. You'll see in depth of what that brings into actually expanding the Bat family in itself, and it does open the stories and possibly films where we can actually see a series, or even the I want to say the TV series where there could even be an introduction with Nightwing, Red Hood, and Red Robin. I think this is a great step into where we can actually see the series unfolding between a more grittier teen base, but also for younger viewers, and or even we have older teens that can relate to somewhat possible emotions that go through serving the mantle of the bat. Definitely is going to be, to me, it was a long time coming. There was actually even one Batman film where Robin almost was implied to to be the, the next, but moved on from that, and we didn't hear anything after that. It was just left open and very vague. So DCU is trying to actually bring the Bat family to full circle.
Mm-hmm. So, with this one, man, it's a lot that they're trying to do. It's great. I mean, the animated movies have been doing this for a while, though, right? The animated movies from DC have been, they already added the Robins, the Nightwings, all that other stuff. It would be cool to see them in actually good films, quote unquote good films. That's the problem. Like, yeah, I mean, that I think that's the thing that's the main importance here. I mean, the stories, the plot, all that thing have to be on point. It's cool that you want to do this, but see, the difference between the MCU, right? They didn't really, like, of course they were released their different phases of what there's going to be announced, but when they first started out, I don't think we had really any idea what was going to happen, right? It just kind of, a lot of things were surprises, right? But they're, DC, they're trying to tell us, to get us excited, I guess, but we haven't even seen this slate of new DC movies yet, so okay, you could tell me, oh, well, Nightwing are going to be there in the future. Like, cool, but I need to see what this chapter 1 first and see how that goes. But could be dope, though. That's my thoughts. So what do you think, Lawrence?
I think that all of this stuff, you know what? Never mind.
Ha! Go ahead, Lawrence.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Trunks, anything?
No, not quite. Not familiar.
Okay. Cool. We'll see how it goes, man. Let's move right along. Go ahead with your other article, Lawrence.
Which one we doing?
It says comic book professionals allege publishers aren't paying them for their work.
Yes. You got a whole bunch of artists, writers, yada, 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 working for, a lot of comic companies, but it's definitely the big two, Marvel and DC. We're talking about these people who haven't been paid in months. They're still waiting on their checks. I'm not one to have people suffer, and I'm not one to talk bad in the sense that things like this should happen. But my math is that, it's hard to pay somebody when they've systematically brought down the quality and the sales that produces the revenue to pay you. So, yeah, I don't feel for you. I don't. I think
the same issue that the anime side's dealing with too, like the animators and stuff like that. I mean, with bad pay.
Now, my thing is like I said, I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but we have to look at the full picture here. If you're getting paid and you're an independent contractor, which they all are, and you took a book that used to sell 70, 80,000 copies down to barely selling 20, 30,000, well, there's really not going to be any profit. So you're going to look at delays in getting paid, to be quite fair. So I don't see what the big deal is. I find it offensive that a lot of them were talking about organizing as a union, because creative unions, to me, make me very uncomfortable. because creative unions have a tendency to demand equity without anything being based on merit. So that bothers me. In addition to that, exactly what are you going to unionize? Your independent contractors. It's not like your employees. You're just you're independent contractors. So yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, look, if you keep destroying the industry, which they have been since what, 2012, 2015, this was going to be the end result.
Trunks, anything on this one?
Not quite, since I'm not really a comic book guy. I'm not even really a manga guy either.
Same, I'm not actually a manga guy either. Mega, anything?
Nah, I got nothing on this one. I mean, you should be paid for your contribution and your work, so that's where I'm at with it.
No, I agree. I agree. But like I said, at the same time, if you produce below average work, if you tell your fans to kiss your ass, if you're taking photos of your asshole and telling fans to kiss, I mean, you chase through everybody. So logically, you're not making money. If you're not making money, there's no profit. If you're not making a profit, then how do you get paid? The very company who you want your money from, you pretty much fucked up their toys.
If you're taking pictures of your asshole, you might want to go to OnlyFans.
Oh man.
No, dude. I mean, like I said, I know you guys don't do comics, but this stuff has been going on since like 2015.
Oh yeah, no, I'm there with you on it.
Yeah, there's a hidden whisper network where they get to pick out who they want to get canceled. They've threatened other creators at comic conventions. Let me know where they are, and I'll come with a bat and I'll beat them up. And these are creators. These are not fans. All I'm talking about right now is creators, not fans.
Yeah, it is pretty gross especially when just people love to do what they do.
Yeah, or another creator talking about, well, this dude is a military veteran. I wish he had got blown up in an IUD and died. Like, for real?
Like he said he didn't like the color pink. Let's cancel him. Like all that shit is unnecessary. So yeah.
So from a general perspective, I don't like to see this happen to anybody. But at the same time, I understand why it's happening.
Or what's even worse? When it's the I'm grandstanding, we are more moral than you, we are superior, like me more, basically crap. Yeah. So
right. Okay. So I mean, you do this, and like I said, you got it. How could you not understand what the results were going to be if no, but I'm saying if you fuck over your employer, if you fuck over your employer by damaging their product, then the very fans who are buying the product, you tell to kiss ass or step off, or if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book and all that, and then you get mad when there's no money to get paid. How what are you thinking?
I'm gonna grab this branch and poke this bear and see how many times I can before he just jaw jacks my ass. and then to add insult to injury, you want to demand a union to protect you? Protect you from what? When the bear knocks my jaw off, I'm gonna say, why would you do that? Oh wait, I can't because my jaw is on the floor. But yes. I'm the victim now.
Exactly. Like I said, man, that's how they roll.
Don't poke the bear.
I don't know what they do, but that's not how we roll in Gotham. I'm just saying.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Take that to Bloodhaven.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right, next up. So, One Piece. One Piece ending leaks concerns the fans and manga publishers. So, Oda's shonen series One Piece is in business for around 2 decades. That's 20 years, people. And it's still going rock solid. While the anime adaptation is scattering its Christmas through beautiful visuals, the manga counterpart is never-ending loop of plot twists and reveals. But in a recent tweet, the fandom has been in turmoil as someone predicted the One Piece ending leaks. Reddit user go drop whatever. It recently shared a post explaining his theories on how One Piece will end. His potential ending thread caused a stir in the community, and the fans started believing it to be true. Their suspicion became more strong when the user's post was taken down from Reddit, and he got banned as well from One Piece subreddit for spoiling the series. Oh wow. So yeah, we do know that One Piece is coming to an end. I think even there was an article about the voice actor for Luffy was saying that she has like maybe 10 years or less of doing the character because she's like old, man. She's like an old lady. She needs to retire so she can live her life. And if you haven't tried Reddit, man, I mean, you can really go into the deep realms of fandoms based on where you want to go. Like, for example, One Piece. So if he got banned from Reddit about theories from a series, you know something's up, right? I mean, that's not offensive. That's nothing. He's not insulting anyone. He's just doing some theory stuff about a fandom. Something's up, right? So I don't know who the moderators of that Reddit are, but he must have been on point somewhere if he's getting banned for just doing theories, right? So
well, Reddit's been doing some weird bannings lately. They really have.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is
they banned a dude for his artwork. They saw him draw it, but they swear he used AI, so they banned him. It was just they've been doing real weird stuff over at Reddit lately.
Mm-hmm. So
they banned everybody. They probably banned us. It's like, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my thing is that once again, the show was 20 decades long. Let it end. So I don't even really care. Like, I just want a cool ending, and so we can kind of
right?
wrap it up and put a bow on it, and move on to the next thing, so Oda can work on something else.
Like, I get it. I mean, people love it, but come on, like, you're just beating a dead horse at this point. What else is he gonna do?
Trunks, what do you think about the One Piece thing?
It just gets better with each arc. It can't end. It's
God. No,
so basically, One Piece is immortal.
It needs to end. I mean,
actually, let me rephrase that.
Uh-huh.
I think it should end, but then it should continue with someone else's journey. Like, it should show
that'd be cool.
Shanks's full journey,
I like that idea.
Or like Goldie Rogers' full journey, etc. Or like maybe I would like to see Monkey D. Dragon's journey. I think that would be super interesting.
That would be very interesting.
So you want a spin-off of another character?
Yeah, pretty much. Either that or maybe like, I don't know, fucking like Luffy's descendant or some shit. I would want to see like the same thing continue.
What? One Piece Shippuden? Is that what you want? One Piece Shippuden?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I feel like it would be fucking epic.
Man, see, but then it goes into milking the series, though. Man, like 20 years, man.
Or I would even. It's not milking the series.
Wait, does Hajime Ippo still have new manga chapters? Because that series has been going on forever. Or I guess in Detective Conan it's been going on forever. I mean, Jesus, man. Let these things move on so we can get some new shit. That's what I'm saying.
I don't. Okay, yes, but not with One Piece.
Man, I mean, I guess they could. I mean, yeah, it is a big fan. I mean, they might do something like a Naruto Shippuden thing or a spinoff. Like, I think My Hero Academia has a spinoff series, don't they? Like, they have something like that. Like Vigilantes, like My Hero Academia Vigilante or something like that. I think that's a little spinoff there. So I could see that. But anyone have anything else to say about this one before we move on?
Wait, I thought of something else. You know, it would be really interesting to see Kobe's journey too. Honestly, like I actually think that would be quite interesting.
The dude
like
with
the other, like
purple
other
hair, right?
side. Like the
The dude with the purple hair, that dude.
Pink hair.
Oh, pink.
Glasses.
Okay, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see like the main character actually being in the Navy and seeing like how they progress and deal with pirates, etc. Or even like another pirate's journey that's not Luffy, but maybe like meets Luffy and has their own journey. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that would be. I would absolutely love to see that.
I mean, I see why you would say that because, like
it would
I said,
be really interesting to.
the community is just too big to kind of close it up, I guess. Kind of like with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's been going on forever.
Bro, we won't let you close it.
Man.
But I don't want them to write shit. Like if they do continue it, I want it to be like high budget, good writing, etc. Like I don't want if they're gonna ruin the legacy of One Piece, then yeah, just end it.
Yeah, because you don't
right
want to like
then
a
and there.
Dragon Ball Super situation.
Exactly. Yeah. Gross. No. Yeah. But I feel like the One Piece fandom like would get fucking violent if you ruined it. Like, you know.
Yeah, I see a lot of rant videos on that one. Anyone else on the One Piece before we move on?
No. I just agree with that last piece. I would rather have it. Like I'm not even a fan. I mean, I'm a fan, but I haven't watched it like that. But I do know that I believe I would rather have it ended well, because any spin-off or anything that's done after that, you might not be lucky enough to get the same creators who loved it before. You'll end up getting these people who will ruin it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, but I said like if it's gonna be that good, as the original, then yes.
No, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that looking at everything for the last 10 years, the odds of that is pretty bad. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
they're pretty bad that we would get that lucky.
That's a good point. Here. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about the anime series, what besides maybe, I mean, Naruto did well with Naruto Shippuden. That was cool, but then Boruto. I mean, it wasn't the same with Boruto, right?
I
Dragon
like
Ball
the
Super,
concept.
also not the same, you know.
Yeah. No, I like the concept of Boruto, but I feel like it could have been executed a little bit better.
Yeah, we gotta see what they.
I've heard people say that before.
Yeah, like I like the idea of seeing like, okay, yeah, what's Naruto and Hinata's son gonna do now? You know, it's like I like to see that, but it's like the way they did it. I wouldn't want that for One Piece.
Nah. And like I said, they could just be dumb and say, let me do like I'm just gonna reboot the whole One Piece anime and do like a Dragon Ball Kai situation. Or let me just, make it better animation from the episode 1, or all that crap. Like I don't want to see that, I don't want a Dragon Ball Kai. I don't want to, I don't want all that, But I see what you mean. I mean, it is a big fandom to just drop it like that, But I think Oda would have to maybe hand it to someone else. Like, dude, can you imagine just drawing fucking Luffy for 20 plus years and, because I don't know, did they hand it off to someone else who did Dragon Ball Super, or is that the same person who did Dragon Ball Z and all that?
I actually think that Akira Toriyama like helped with a lot of the design for Dragon Ball Super, but I don't think the writing was done by him.
Okay, because I think
like it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, you need a new guy who's like eager to get the baton and pass it on to the next person. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Oda would probably be tired as fuck to keep doing One Piece like that.
No, Oda, no.
I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see though. We'll see. All right, so we're getting into rapid fire. Going to be quick as hell. So, Resident Evil 4 expected to push Capcom to a record sales year. Capcom has sold 29.1 million titles in the 9-month period ending last year December, which represents an increase of almost 5 million games on the same period of 2021. These numbers were led by successful sales for Monster Hunter Rise, which sold 2.75 million during this window, along with Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4, 2. So Resident Evil 4 is coming out this year, the remake. Looks like a lot of people are excited for it. They put out some new gameplay for it. Is that you, Lawrence?
Is that me? What?
I hear like noise.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can hear that?
Yeah. I
am so sorry. I was moving a dish. I'm sorry.
My headphones are like super strong. You're good. But yeah, so
I'm sorry.
Resident Evil 4 coming out this year, and it's apparently gonna push Capcom. Any quick thoughts on that? Anyone? Rapid fire.
I will say Resident Evil 4 had some of the best QuickTime events. But also that pushing forward with Leon Kennedy and some of the graphics for the PS5 is going to be phenomenal. So,
okay, Lawrence, you had something?
No, not on this one. No.
Okay, Trunks, anything?
Yeah, no.
Okay, moving right along. So, movie news. Creed 4 confirmed. So Michael B. Jordan wants to expand the Creedverse. Oh, sounds so cringe, man. So with Creed 3 on the horizon this March, next month, fans of Michael B. Jordan's boxing film series can already get excited for even more. So he says that Creed 4 is for sure more Creed spin-offs could be possible as well. So are you guys excited about the Creedverse? Anyone?
I haven't watched any of it to begin with, so it doesn't matter to me.
I think it's over the top. I mean, I think, you know, Creed 1 and 2 were cool. I think this closed out with a trilogy with Creed 3 and just let it go, but I just don't think this is needed. This is a bit over top. Anyone else? Trunks, make on this one, Creed 3? Or
Nope.
The Creedverse, as he says it.
Yeah, Creedverse has some weird cringe to it, but
yeah. Oh yeah, Racer's like, yeah, make a Netflix show out of it. Man, I hope not, man.
Every episode is a different boxer he fights. I mean, at that point,
we'll see what that.
Have him fight somebody called Lil Mac, you know, from Nintendo.
That'd be funny though. So next up, we got so no pressure to make another Uncharted. So the co-president, Neil Druckmann, has said that studio has officially moved on from Uncharted. It is now focusing on the next chapter of The Last of Us through a new multiplayer game. It says in an interview with BuzzFeed that he says Sony doesn't pressure Naughty Dog into creating a sequel just because a game is successful, that the publisher has been very supportive in letting the studio follow its own passions. That's not the case for us. Uncharted was insanely successful. Uncharted 4 was one of our best-selling games. We're able to put our final brush stroke on that story and say that we're done and we're moving on. So, I mean, once again, like I said, if you don't want to keep, like, you know, milking the IP, so, you know, Uncharted has a lot of games, right? I mean, not, more than actually 4. Like, you gotta remember the side spin-off games. So, it had a movie. I don't know what they plan on doing with that movie because I don't know if it did too well with Tom Holland, but let them move on to another game, and then after Last of Us, let them move on from that IP as well so they can give us a new game. But I'm actually okay with this. I think, you know, they did what they did with Uncharted. It's cool. Let's move on to the next IP. But any thoughts on no future Uncharted games, apparently? Anyone? Quick?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Okay. Trunks, anything?
I mean,
not for this one.
Go ahead, Omega.
Okay, I want like do a new multiplayer game. I mean, that is kind of intriguing. Because you can play as the Raiders, or you can play as, I guess, the survivalists. But yeah, when you look at the movement of that game, I mean, why not? You know, Uncharted was amazing multiplayer that I enjoyed a lot. So,
okay. Next up, I don't know if this is good news or not. So, a new Tomb Raider film in the works will connect to next game TV show. So, an interconnected Tomb Raider universe spanning film, TV, and of course video games is currently in the works at Amazon, following the recent announcement that Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who did a Star Wars story, Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, is writing a TV series for Amazon, and it has come to light that a new film is being developed as well, according to the reporter. Amazon has joined forces with Dimitri for a massive rights deal to make a feature film as well as TV show, and at least one video game in the Lara Croft franchise. So it's been a hot minute since we've gotten a Tomb Raider game. It says the idea is to build out a connected world of Tomb Raider with the video game TV shows. Here we go again. Film all interconnected in a fashion like Marvel has already accomplished. I'm like, yo, so okay, we're getting the Tomb Raider verse too, apparently. Like, I don't know who wanted this. I think it's a bad idea. I think the Tomb Raider as a video game is cool because they do quite well, you know, for the most part. Making it interconnected, trying to copy Marvel, I don't know about this. The last movie, because Tomb Raider, the last movie, I think it did okay, but I don't think people were really like praising it like that. So I don't know why we need another movie with Tomb Raider. Because I thought we were supposed to get a sequel from that film, but I guess that got booted. But any thoughts on this one? Tomb Raider, the Tomb Raider verse, I guess.
Well,
it's a. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You go. No. You go first. Go ahead.
Okay. Just as rapid as possible. It's an amazing series where I hope that is done right. And if it's connecting between the next game to a TV show, I mean, why not? The Tomb Raider has been phenomenal, I believe. With the ones that came out, just the in-depthness about it, and just the lore, and then the adventure part. I mean, it's almost like, you know, why not continue the franchise? You know, it's been an amazing game. So,
okay.
I actually like the what was it? The one movie, the very first one that came out.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
Okay. Lawrence, anything?
It's Lara Croft. 2018. Well, the 2018 movie. I know it didn't make back. I know it didn't make back its budget. I know that. And I know the sequel got canceled because MGM lost the film rights in like middle of last year, which was weird to me. But that was weird to me because MGM was bought out by Amazon, and isn't it Amazon that's doing the new version now?
True. Yeah.
So I don't know where the film rights got lost at. But anyway, I do know there's a lot of people making the rounds talking about the woman who's supposed to be writing this or controlling it or whatever, and I heard she's a pretty bad choice. I have to talk to Eisen about it, to be honest with you, because I think you said something about her doing Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I don't watch Star Wars, so I don't know if the quality of her stuff is good or if it's really as bad as everybody thinks.
Oh, that they did. She did the the Han Solo Star Wars film that sucked.
Oh, well, there you go. Then, yeah.
Oh no,
that's not good news at all.
I couldn't figure out what it was, but I knew as soon as it was announced.
I want to take back all that I said.
I know as soon as she was announced, it was barely an hour and a half, and it was like multiple videos loaded up. People went straight to making videos, no editing, nothing, and they were hot. It was like, she's not a good choice.
Boo.
And I knew they said Star Wars, but I didn't know what Star Wars. I didn't know if they were talking about like Mandalorian or the High Republic or whatever the other stuff on Disney Plus is. But now that I know it's Han Solo, most definitely she's the wrong choice. Most definitely.
Yeah, Han Solo was terrible at the box office. I think it barely even made 200-300 million. From my
I think it barely made back maybe somewhere between a quarter and a half of its budget.
Yeah, man, that doesn't sound
good. And that's only the film part, because you got to remember they got to make the film and the marketing back.
Yeah.
So
we'll see what this.
But anyway, I'm assuming they're going to get rid of Alicia Vikander. Is that how you pronounce
Was that the lead one from the last movie?
Yeah, it's from 2018.
Yeah, she probably gone. Yeah, she probably gone.
All right. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm kind of burnt out on Tomb Raider. To be honest with you, I don't think it's been able to, at least in film, get the popularity back that it did after Angelina Jolie.
And then you probably got people being a little bothered by the knockoff that was on syndication with what's the chick from Wayne's World that played the love interest, the Asian looking chick.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Tia Carrera, is that it? Tia Carrera, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Tia Carrera. Yeah, I think that's who it is. Hold on a second, let me check. But yeah, she did a Tomb Raider type show. Somebody named Sydney something. Yeah, that's her, Tia Carrera. Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's True Lies movie?
True
Lies. Oh yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis played his wife, and then you had the Asian chick who played the bad guy.
She was hot.
I don't think I saw that movie.
Okay, well that's Tia Carrera.
Okay.
That's who that is. And like I said, she played the love interest in Wayne's World. So.
Okay. Trunks, anything? Need to get. Let me make sure. Anything? Quick rapid
Not
fire.
for Tomb Raider.
Okay. All right, moving right along. Yeah. So, Cowboy Bebop. So, the Cowboy Bebop creator couldn't watch Netflix adaptation. He said, and quote, "It was clearly not Cowboy Bebop." That's so funny. Oh man, that's so funny. So in the interview with Forbes, it revealed that Netflix had sent him a video to review and check, but he couldn't make it past the opening scene.
God damn,
man. Yo, he said, I quote, he's like, I started with the scene in the casino, made it very tough for me to continue. He said, I stopped there, so only saw that the opening scene, it was clearly not Cowboy Bebop, and I realized at that point that if I wasn't involved, it would not be Cowboy Bebop. I felt that maybe I should have done this, although the value of the original anime is somewhat far higher now. Dang, man. He could barely watch the opening scene, the creator. Yo, that's something, man. I thought this was funny as hell.
But let's be honest. Wouldn't we all be that way if we saw our baby project butchered?
Yeah, I'm with them. I'm with them on that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely with them on that. It's just like somebody like you play. Like, you get ready to play your favorite fighting game and be like, you can't use this character. It's like, well, what the hell am I doing? Like, let me just turn this off.
So, in quote, he said he read the initial concept and provided his opinions, but I'm not sure if they'll be reflected in the final product. So, he did make a critique of the script or the concept, but who knows what Netflix did to it, right? Maybe they just could have ignored him or whatever. But, you know, I think this show really, I mean, if they had him on board with this, I mean, this could have been a fire show, right? He could have really, if he had control, right, and freedom to do whatever he wanted with the show to help, this could have been a big hit. But you know, look what happened. You know, even the creator himself, it's funny as hell. But I thought this was good. Anyone else? Any quick thoughts? Anything?
No,
I thought this was funny as shit, though.
It's just hilarious. His disappointment was within a matter of seconds.
Now,
so, yeah.
Keep in mind, this year we're supposed to get that Yu Hakusho TV show. Hopefully, they grab the creator from that, and this doesn't repeat.
You think he can make it through the intro?
Well, I think the thing about it, and again, if it's your baby, you're definitely going to get upset watching people butcher it.
Yeah.
But just looking at it as fans, then if you weren't going to follow the content, then what was the point?
Exactly. I don't know.
I mean, you literally walked in there and said, this story is popular. Let me get the rights to it so I can put it on screen or whatever it is. And you do the total opposite. Then what was the point?
I don't know. And I think it got canceled, like, even before season 1 finished, I believe. I think this is a couple episodes.
Oh, yeah. I think it was canceled before the first episode aired.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, and if it wasn't canceled, they were at least talking about it.
And this is what we're
Yeah, but I know as soon as people started seeing the first couple of scenes and stuff, oh, they lost their minds. Like, oh, no.
Yeah, the de facto source to really enjoy this is the anime or the manga. That's just facts, you know. It is what it is.
I'd rather be locked with no radiation suit in a dilithium chamber. I tell you.
Yo, I still laughing at it. Dude said he couldn't even watch the opening scene. I was like, yo, what does that say about it, man?
All right. Say, he would have rather. Anybody remember the film Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he'd rather just go into the. He'd probably just rather go into the shimmer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just walk straight in.
All right, next up.
Yeah.
So, Zelina Vega came out in full Jury cosplay at the WWE Royal Rumble for her big Street Fighter 6 reveal and reenacted part of her critical art. So, the WWE Vega did a cosplay for the character that we've seen in. She started in Street Fighter 5 and now she's in Street Fighter 6. Of course, Street Fighter 6 is coming out this summer. This is not her first time cosplaying. I think she appeared as Vega in the past and other characters. In fact, even during the match, she did Jury's Ultra, which was pretty cool. She even had Jury's phone. I mean, it was really cool. So the promotion for Street Fighter 6 was really good on this one. Street Fighter 6 had another promo on, I think, Saturday Night Live that didn't go too well with Michael B. Jordan. You guys can watch that on YouTube. That one didn't go too well, but it was still kind of funny. But this one was, I think, a huge success with Royal Rumble. So shout out to Capcom for doing it. Good looking out. And shout out to Vega too. Good looking out as well, man. They're doing her thing. And there's her. She as Vega. There she is, right there. And that's just pretty cool, man. I got
it is dope.
You know, for like I said, promoting the fandom worldwide with another fandom, WWE, right? I mean, it is fighting, so why not do it? Perfect little mix there. Any thoughts on that
one? I'll definitely say she definitely pulled it off, especially even with the Vega costume. Cosplaying is quite astonishing to look at, and beyond the physique of a woman or even a man. But there's something astonishing between the promo of Street Fighter 6 and a all-out wrestling match. I mean, especially with the moves that are like actually doing an ultra, which is just amazing. But definitely great shout out to her. I mean, I think it's amazing, and I'm pretty sure how much Kenny Omega actually likes Street Fighter and stuff. I'm surprised he hasn't done I think he has dressed up kind of like Alex a bit.
There are a lot of other wrestlers that are like cosplaying as not just like gaming characters, but also anime characters, and it's pretty cool to see, man. I appreciate that. I think recently there was one that cosplayed as the Dragon Ball characters. That's just really cool, man.
Bring some more excitement to it. Yeah,
that's cool. Anyone else? Lawrence? Anything? Trunks?
No, I ignore people like her.
Trunks, anything?
For Star Wars, no.
Okay, no worries. So, I guess
this
is actually good news. So, Star Wars Jedi Survivor release date delayed 6 weeks. The sequel has been delayed out of this year and will now release in April. So, there was a statement posted on social media. Director addressed the reasoning behind the delay, saying the team is focusing on polishing in the final release while enhancing performance. So that sounds like good news to me. Instead of trying to release a game early, hopefully, Racer. I know, right? I know this game was about to be fire next month, but I'd rather have a polished product than see some rush product. So that's my quick thoughts. What do y'all think?
No major glitches.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want another Cyberpunk. Yeah. Gotta keep in mind having Cyberpunk.
Like this guy's just swinging around a stick. There's no it's just like.
Yeah, we don't want any fuckery with that.
It's a phenomenal game. The very first one is awesome to me. I've actually had the chance to
play it because I have a PlayStation. What is it? The Elite or whatever tier it is, whatever the tier is, where you can just get it free. And I checked it out. It's pretty fun. So visually looks great. So it is good. They're taking that delay to make sure everything is nice and polished. And, you know, hey, we get a game where we won't have to go into it and fix it.
Lawrence, anything on that?
No, I'm good.
All right. So that concludes our episode 29. So next episode would be on February 19th, I believe, on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Time. Like, once again, you can watch us on the playback on those other audio formats in the description. I think Trunks probably had to go because it is getting quite late. Also, check out The Last of Us. New episode actually is debuting like today. So check that out on HBO Max if you have it. And we'll see you on the 19th of this month. So have a good rest of your day. Peace out.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the